A Renaissance man, he does so many things and he's so innately creative and inspiring.
The Toronto International Film Festival in 2025 has already delivered its fair share of emotional premieres and red carpet highlights, but one film continues to spark conversation beyond the screen. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. The quirky dramedy, led by Byrne and A$AP Rocky, has become one of the festival's most intriguing projects. While much of the focus has been on the unusual pairing of a seasoned actress and a hip-hop icon venturing further into acting, Byrne recently opened up about something that surprised her most during production: A$AP Rocky's infectious sense of humor. Though audiences often associate Rocky with his music, fashion influence, and cool, composed demeanor, Byrne insisted that his lighter, comedic side was one of the most enjoyable and unexpected elements of their collaboration. "Honestly, he had us in stitches most days," Byrne laughed during a post-screening Q&A. "Rocky has this incredible timing. He'd take a line or a moment that wasn't even written as funny and somehow spin it into something that cracked everyone up. It wasn't forced, it was just who he is. That natural playfulness made the set such a joy to be on." The film itself blends offbeat comedy with poignant drama, telling the story of two strangers thrown together under bizarre circumstances. While the script leaned into sharp wit and eccentric dialogue, Byrne said it was Rocky's improvisational instincts that elevated the humor in ways no one expected. "He's fearless about trying things in the moment," she explained. "And sometimes it would completely transform the energy of a scene. We'd be doing this heavy exchange, and then he'd toss in a look, a laugh, or some off-script quip, and suddenly the whole room would erupt. It gave the film this texture you can't fake." Crew members echoed Byrne's sentiment, with many admitting Rocky's comedic energy helped break tension during grueling shooting schedules. One production assistant recalled how Rocky would freestyle light-hearted raps about the props department, or jokingly narrate the director's instructions in a mock British accent. "He had this way of keeping everyone loose," the assistant said. "Even on 14-hour days, people walked around smiling because he made the work feel fun." Byrne, known for her ability to navigate comedy as seamlessly as drama, said Rocky's humor reminded her of why she fell in love with acting in the first place. "There's this purity to it," she said. "We're all there working on something serious, but Rocky never lets it get too heavy. That sense of play he brings, it's rare. It kept us connected to the joy of performing, which is something audiences can feel on screen." Audiences who attended the TIFF screening agreed. Several moments in the film that weren't written as comedic ended up drawing unexpected laughs, thanks to Rocky's delivery. Critics noted that his charisma didn't just translate into star power, it brought levity and humanity to the role. "He's not trying to be the funny guy," Byrne stressed. "It's more subtle than that. It's about finding humor in real, everyday human behavior. That's what makes it relatable." Even off-camera, Rocky's humor became a bonding tool for the cast and crew. Byrne recalled late-night table reads where Rocky would riff on dialogue, turning even the most mundane lines into comedy gold. "Sometimes we couldn't even get through a scene without breaking down laughing," she admitted. "And that's the beauty of collaboration, you discover things you never would on your own." For Rocky, stepping into the acting world could have been a pressure-filled experience. Yet his ability to lean on humor not only eased his own nerves but also created a sense of camaraderie that Byrne described as invaluable. "There's this generosity in making people laugh," she said warmly. "It's not about stealing the spotlight, it's about making the entire process better for everyone." Rocky brought that every single day. As TIFF audiences continue to buzz about If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Byrne's anecdotes are shaping the narrative around the film not just as a quirky indie with a catchy title, but as a project fueled by the unlikely chemistry between its leads. And while critics will dissect Rocky's acting chops, Byrne wants people to understand the bigger picture. What you see on screen is just a slice of what he gave us behind the scenes. His humor kept us alive during the toughest days. That's something I'll always treasure. In the end, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You may be remembered as the film that introduced audiences to a new side of A$AP Rocky, not just as a rapper, actor, or style icon, but as a natural-born entertainer who knows the value of laughter in even the most serious of pursuits.